Look at this lead pencil.
Caves and Facebook walls? Well, they've both been media of communication.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think, you know, Les Code caves and all that sort of thing, you know, was clearly a way of transmitting some ideas.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal.
Single person in the world who could make this pencil. Remarkable statement? Not at all.
The lead inside a pencil isn't actually lead. It's mostly graphite, which was discovered in England in the mid-1500s, giving birth to the pencil industry. In 1795, a French chemist invented a new type of pencil lead, made of graphite powder and clay fired in an oven, making it possible to produce leads with different hardness.
Literally thousands of people cooperated to make this pencil.
You know, in the original, I mean, the first writing that we know about was done with styluses, so it may have some, you know, in Sumeria, so it may some. It's just like a stick with a sharp point that you could carve into, you know, clay tablets. No, I used to handwrite letters all the time. Like when I was in college, and that I'd, you know, write to my parents. Used to write to my aunt and uncle who lived back on the East Coast.
When I was small, I used to write letters to my friends, you know. I guess I have recently. I wrote a letter to a family friend who's in the military, so we wrote a letter to him.
So you feel like the use of a pencil or like any sort of like writing instrument, like to write something to somebody is more personal?
Yeah, the reason my mother does it is because no one does it anymore. When you get like a letter, you're like, oh wow, like someone took the time to write me a letter, go to the mailbox and send it.
So it has a lot more meaning than, say, like a text message?
Yeah, because I feel like if the person can see your
They're
handwriting,
physically writing it themselves.
like you know more about the person when you like get a handwritten letter.
Changes in communication have had, I think, a dramatic impact on American life.
Like how many times in a day do you think you use a pencil?
And I reuse them is when I do like math homework or draw. That doesn't happen very often.
Oh, I see.
0?
0?
On average. It's all technology and stuff. I use my iPad and MacBook.
So you use your iPad and your MacBook. What do you use?
I like using my pencils, like in every class.
So you like using pencils in every class?
Yeah, I mean I'll use pens to take notes and stuff, but stuff that I'm not sure about, I like to use pencils.
Math and accounting, I use pencils.
Nice. Oh, math and accounting, you use pencils?
Yeah, math for sure.
I understand your Facebook, you know, which I don't go on it, so, but, you know, I hear my wife does, my daughter does, and lots of friends. It's clearly, excuse me, you know, an important medium for communication. And for, you know, for representing ideas, both in text and visually.
Yeah.
The way you type something out can, you know, sound differently to one person, and, you know, rather than it being like a good thing or a bad thing, that person can take it differently than it's supposed to be said, you know what I mean? Like, it's all about like punctuation and the way you capitalize your letters, and you know, certain things, if you do it online or you type something out a certain way, someone's going to take it differently than you really meant. So I think it's a good thing, but a bad thing.
You get technology fast.
So
it's sad that we're becoming more dependent on virtualness of everything of life, and that we're not, I don't know, we're not sticking to our roots. Like kids these days are learning how to write on an iPad when they're first writing, and they're totally gonna lose sense of like gripping a pencil or writing down. I think it's sad that we're losing that.
Yeah, it's sad, but like it's necessary. Like with all the people in the world nowadays.
So you feel it's necessary because there's so many different people and that we need to talk to everybody constantly?
It's just, I guess it's not as quick moving as like our society is, you know, writing down stuff.
To communicate, like people think that they need to communicate rather than
yes,
like,
I do.
Like people freak themselves out.
It seems that way. You know, I mean, not just Facebook. You know, I mean,
any type of.
I mean, you see people walking around with cell phones, and you know they're constantly texting, and you wonder, you know.
Do you use virtual communication frequently in your life?
Like every day.
Every day?
Yeah. Text messages.
Text messages?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah? You'd say so?
Sadly. Do you text?
Oh, texting, yeah, actually, truth.
Texting?
Forget about that, see?
Texting.
How many times do you...
Natural part of life now.
Yeah.
And text like every hour, receive it.
Every hour?
Yeah.
Damn.
You know, 10, 15 years ago, how did we get along without being in constant contact with other people? I mean, people seem to do that, you know, and not go crazy or anything. So, I mean, it just seems like people, because the medium's there, you know, the tool is there, and so you use the tool, you know.
Yeah, without regulation.
Yeah,
crazy.
you know, the medium's there, you know. The tool is there, and so you use the tool, you know.
Yeah, without regulation.
Yeah,
crazy.
you know.
Writing on something real versus writing on something virtual has a different, like...
different meaning.
Yeah, different meaning?
Yeah. Like, you know, writing on my friend's wall is different than writing on, like, for example, graffiti. You know, people do graffiti to kind of, you know, mark their territory kind of thing. Whereas Facebook, it's a lot different. It's for the public to see, but in a different way. I think walls of caves, people were trying to leave a mark on the world, I guess. Whereas Facebook wall is just to put something out in the public.
Where do you think the idea originated, like the concept of a pencil? So caveman ages? Yeah.
Anyone tried writing or making a message of some sort.
Look at this lead pencil.